hills or I'll blow it off!
There's gold in them dar hills.
Hello miners, welcome back to Gold Rush in Haines, Alaska. And guess what? We are just about done here in Rivertown. Last episode, which was a while ago, it's been a couple months since we had an episode of Gold Rush. But for the past week or so, I've been back here busy getting all the pay dirt off the bedrock on the bottom of the ground as I possibly could. Get some more gold into, well, the gold's not really in our account. The gold is just sitting into some pan somewhere. But we are up to 800 ounces of gold, which is pretty darn good. Yeah, at the end of the last episode, we went ahead. I do believe we leased this machine right in front of us, which is called the Frankenstein, and that has been a time saver for sure. Being able to get down here, I can just go ahead and grab the wheel loader, grab some pay dirt, put it on there, to load the dump truck, then bring the dump truck over. I mean, it's not that far, but it's amazing how much time I'm actually saving. I've been able to do clean outs in like maybe a half hour, 40 minutes to where before it was taking me like an hour 15. It's amazing how much time I'm saving because, for one, the wheel loader holds twice as much dirt as the excavator can. The bigger the excavators anyways. So the wheel loader being able to pick up twice as much dirt and not having to load the dump truck and then taking time to unload it, just saves the time. But these squares that you see in front of us here, these are the last rich pay dirt areas that we got to dig on out. And I've been kind of doing it, I don't want to say the smart way or whatever, but instead of just taking the bucket loader when I got high piles of dirt, I would not put the bucket loader on the ground. I was trying to get the dirt from the top, then the middle, then the low end. Make sure I collect all the gold that I can. The clean outs at first were terrible because I had to clean out some areas that, you know, there wasn't much gold in the dirt. So like the area right in front of us where the Frankenstein is, there was not much gold there. But I had to dig it out to get a nice smooth area so I can get the wheel loader down here and get Frankenstein set up. Those cleanouts were bringing me like 50 ounces of gold, and for a tier 5 setup, yeah, it wasn't the greatest. But once I got down here and down to the bedrock where like a lot of the good gold was, I've had a clean out of 140 ounces, which is about my best clean out. But when I get in areas of the best, you know, rich pay dirt, my cleanouts have been about, you know, averaging about 120, which is not too bad. But I'm getting excited because today we'll be leaving Rivertown, this lovely little dig site that we have here, and we're going to be moving the whole production over to Pine Valley, I believe it's called. So, yeah, we own that parcel, and it's time to get over there and start working over there because the gold is supposed to be much more richer. We've already done the drilling over there, so we kind of know where the rich spots are. And, yeah, we got to start saving up some cash to buy the last parcel, which is like $2.4 million. So if you go by the 800 ounces of gold that we currently have, that's going to be like about $1 million worth. So we are on our way there. And we got all the equipment that we need. There are no more upgrades currently. Tier 5 is it. The Tier 5 wash plant, we have no more upgrades. But I do believe I got to spend a good amount of cash today. I haven't been over there yet, but I don't think when I bought Pine Valley, I don't think I built the water tower. The water tower is going to cost us probably like it was 125, 150,000 to build up. We're going to need it because we got the Tier 5 wash plant and the water pump that we have, even though it's the best water pump you can get. That's not going to be enough to get enough water to our power plant, to our wash plant. So we definitely got to build the water tower if it's not there. And of course, I don't have no water stored up either. I should also mention, if you remember at the end of last episode, we were in a drought and the river dried up. But luckily, we had some water in the water tower to supply us. And as you can see, I'm in the actually second day of summer. And just this morning, sometime around 9 o'clock, the river started running again. So we are all set in that. So we're not using as much water out of the water tower. I'm losing about maybe a gallon to 2 every second, which is not much, seeing I think I got 200,000 gallons of water in there, so plenty to run the wash plant the rest of the day. We are just about done here with pay dirt. I mean, there's little scraps here and there I can probably pick up, but it's not worth going around. It's time to do a clean up. This clean up we're going to do is not going to be too rich because I probably got, you know, the mats are probably like only at 30% and everything else is only at 30%. So I'm not going to get a lot of gold out of here, but we'll clean it on up and start packing things up and get over to Pine Valley. The other thing I have not had since the beginning of summer, I don't think I even got workers the first day of summer, but every time I load the game, it says, oh yeah, once you unlock the workers, once or twice a day you'll get workers asking for jobs. No one has showed up yet. So well, we got the same workers as before, even though I played like a day and a half so far. But getting some more workers would be nice. You know, being able to change out some mats on the wash plant as we're going be kind of nice. But overall, it's not that big of a deal. But it would be fun to get some new workers. Maybe get someone to work the wash plant to do better production. Don't know. But there we go. I think I pretty much scraped everything I want to scrape in over here. I mean, I got little spots here and there, but I'm not going to worry about it because this whole episode is about moving everything over to Pine Valley. Another interesting thing has happened. I saw it just before I started recording. My pickup truck, right over there, you can see. Oh, I actually hit the handbrake. Why isn't that moving? On the pickup truck, it needs to be repaired. I'm like, why would that need to be repaired? I had to go down to the shop a couple times to buy some parts. And I parked the pickup truck there and it was fine. Last I knew, but I logged in today and it's telling me that it's broken down. I don't know what's broken down. Hopefully it's something I got here and I don't have to go get because the pickup truck is the only thing I got that's mobile. All right, let's go ahead and turn Frankenstein off. That's this key here. The other thing I learned is also there's two fuel tanks for the Frankenstein. You got one fuel tank that runs the excavator part itself. Then you got another fuel tank down here that runs the belt. So when the belt is running, you don't need the excavator to run. You just got to have the belt turned on, and that's it, not the excavator. I think we're all set there. No more dirt is being processed. Let's go turn everything off except for our pump. So that's all those, and we'll turn off the gravel pumps. And yes, we will save on water because you never know. I may come back here at some point. Because what we can do, we can actually pay to restore the work area. But from what someone told me, the gold is in the same spot all the time. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Have no idea. I would kind of hope that you reset the area. You'd have to like drill again to find out where the gold spots are and it'd be different. But I've been told it's the same area. For those who have played long enough, let me know if that's true or not. Actually, the mats are 50% full, so that's pretty darn good. So this clean out here, I'm expecting maybe to get 50 ounces. No, I need that. Sorry, I need that. Let's jump up and hook this on up. All right. Yep, we're all set to grab some mats and get some gold into here. I have 2 full buckets of magnetite as well, but currently I don't need any cash really. We're going to try to wait until winter because winter is the best time. That's when the gold prices go up. And also, I believe it goes up on the magnetite. We don't need any more magnetite. We have all the upgrades at the blacksmith. So we can go ahead and sell our magnetite straight up for the cash. But I have spent about 100 grand on repairs. Most of it was on for the springs for the Glacier Creek wash plant. And of course, I bought the reinforced ones because this is our wash plant now. That's it. We are at the tier 5, so make sure everything's reinforced. And those set of 4 springs did cost me a good amount of money. All right, let's see. I want to detach. Give me... nope, not that shovel. There we go. That's the shovel I want. I want to clean out because when I go to transport this, I don't want the pay dirt to kind of like disappear because it got transported. And it's at 50%, so usually I got a worker that actually does this, but since it's not 100%, they're not going to clean it on out. Alright, and that should be all at 0, which it is. Let's grab the bucket, jump on down. So we are at 802 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and start the process of doing a clean out. You've probably seen me do this many times. Not much to really see here. Let's see, the bucket I don't want to put back in. So over here you can see I got 2 buckets of magnetite ready to be brought over to storage. And like I said, that's going to be sold in the wintertime. Let's put that back there and turn on the wavetable. And the gold is starting to go up. Alright, so I'm going to do all the wash mats. The reason I'm not going to show that because there's a lot of jumping around. You're just going to get dizzy watching me do it. So I'll bring it back when we're just about done here. Just processing the last buckets now, but you can see the gold is already more than I thought we would get here. Already got our 50 ounces I was hoping for. And now this little extra, I think it's going to be about 12 ounces in that one. That bucket needs to go over here now. We can nope, wavetable needs to stay on, that's not done yet. That needs to be turned off. This magnetite needs to go here. And the wavetable's done, so I think we got about, what, 60 ounces there? Not too bad, that is pretty darn good. Let me turn the valve off at the water tower. And that should start going on up. So yeah, we only dropped down to 180,000 gallons of water left, which is not too bad going a day without any water. We did pretty darn well there in that aspect. So I think everything is taken out. I got all the buckets out. I took all the wash mats out, left them on out. And everything is ready to be transported. But I think the first thing we're going to do is move the pump so we can start collecting some water in the other water tower. So let's go ahead and get that all set up. So let's go on over here. We'll turn the generator off completely. And which one is the big water pump? That's this one here. Doesn't, you know, in a way it doesn't seem like long ago I was setting this whole operation up and getting all the things lined up where it needs to be. Which one's which here? You go on over to the water tower, so let's get that hose wrapped up. Eventually we'll get it wrapped up. So our first trip over is going to just be with the water pump and everything we need to do to get it set up so we can start collecting water, like I said. And then, yeah, we're going to grab the magnetite buckets as well, bring those over and dump those into our storage. So if I ever need some more cash, I can just always go over to the blacksmith and sell that for extra cash. It'll be ready to be sold. It's going to take a while to wrap this stuff up. Yeah, oh, that's right. You got to figure what's wrong with the pickup truck as well. Let's see, that goes to that. And then this sneaks through here. And it might be hard for you to see where the hose goes, but it goes way the heck over here. I can see the end of the hose in the river. Well, I guess it's more like a stream here. Alright, let's go ahead and put this in the pickup truck. Let's see if I can find what's wrong with the pickup truck. Because I really don't know. Is it something in the back of the truck that's broken? I shouldn't be. Okay, so a tire went flat on me, apparently. Let's get the car jack. And let's go ahead and use that. Let's get the truck on up. And which key is it? This one here. Let's crouch down. Alright, I'll get the tire changed. I'll get the pump and everything we need to go. And how about I meet you over, we'll dump the magnetite into storage and then drive over to Pine River and let's see if I gotta, you know, get the water tower set up and going. Well, I know I said I was going to bring you on over and drop off the magnetite, but the buckets are in here and they're kind of buried. So, can I not refuel? Can I not refuel the generator? Oh, you know what I probably got to do? I probably just can't put the cap in. I probably got to take the cap off first. That would be helpful. Haven't used a portable generator in a while. Many of you may have thought he's going to forget the generator for... So I still can't refuel this? Alright, so hopefully there's enough gas in the generator. Can I see how much gas is in the generator? Well, let's hopefully there's enough in there. I need the generator to run our electric pump, so let's hopefully there's enough gas in there. I'll find out maybe when we hook it up. I would assume there is, but you know what happens when you assume. So, on the way over to Pine Valley, it's going to take me just a second to get there. Got to go on past the blacksmith and down through the pine trees, the covered, well, it's not a covered bridge, but a bridge, and I'll be there in like, hopefully just 90 seconds. Oh, and I better buy a spare tire for the truck, because you know what's going to happen when I transport things back and forth today? Probably going to blow another tire. Hello, Pine Valley. We are here. So it's a little bit more than 90 seconds to get here, and does not look like the water tower is ready to go at all. Where is the river? I think the water supply is kind of over here. But if I look at the map may show me... Yeah, we only got one water source over here. Unlike if we come over to Rivertown. Nope, that's the wrong one. Rivertown shows a water source here. But it's showing like Nighthawk Parcel, which we don't own yet. That's the richest one. There's 3 water sources there, so it's kind of interesting how it's all set up. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and exit out of there. Alright, so I guess the first thing we need to do, let's go ahead and spend some cash. I'm not going to unlock the fast travel points, or maybe I should to make it a lot easier. That's for... That definitely... Yeah, that probably... It's only like 20 grand. Apparently, if you buy one fast travel point, it unlocks them all. Where's the trigger? Use 150,000. Yep, we'll go ahead and do that. And we got ourselves a water tower. I'm hoping if I can put the pump up here. I'm wondering if the water will reach that far. If the one hose can reach that far. So let's turn this thing around. Let's go ahead and just park that right there. I'll unhitch that. And yeah, let's turn off the engine. All right, we'll take this out and just drop it right here. Oh, it's got 100% fuel into it. Perfect. All right, so that's the in. And the question is the hose going to reach? And I guess the answer is no. So, I mean, I guess I could put the pump over here. 164 feet. Okay, so how about if I hook up a hose to the water tank, the water tower, and just see how far that will reach. And then I'll know where the pump can go. Can it reach at least this far? Alright, so that's where the pump's got to go. Alright, we can make that work. Let's unhitch that. Wrap this on up. Alright. Can I wrap it up now? There we go. Alright, so everything should be moved around. The question is this going to be deep enough here? I mean, it doesn't look deep enough, but... It says we actually got water. I'd like to put it into a deeper spot if possible, but that means running the hose... I mean, is there a deep enough spot here at all? It all looks really, really shallow. Yeah, not much of a deep area anywhere. But you know, if it says it's got water, then it's got water. We'll have to call that good enough. Actually, how much of the hose did I use there out of the 164 feet, I think it goes? 114 feet. But we do have water, so that's a good thing. Now we just need some electrical power. And let's grab the cord. Alright, well, everything needs to be unloaded anyways, so let's just go ahead and start piling some things up. I'm not sure if I'm going to have 1 episode or 2 episodes of me transferring everything over. See how long it goes here. Alright, and this will plug into the generator. And where is... There we go. We got power. We got gallons. Ooh, I do like looks of this. Is this the same kind of water tower as we had in the other one? Is that the same exact tower? Probably is. I just didn't really pay much attention over there. And we got water going. Did it give us 10,000 gallons to start with? I think it did. But either way, we're starting to put some gallons in, so that's a good thing. So, yeah, when you fix the water tower, it looks like it gives you 10,000 gallons to start with, so you can start running the wash plant right away. So I got a few things in the back of the pickup truck I need to unload, some repair stuff. The one thing I'm kind of excited about working over here is, yeah, we actually got animals to actually look at. I don't think they move or anything. Maybe they do, I don't remember. But for some reason we got cows on the hills over here. Actually, they do move. Kind of interesting. That's just a side note anyways. So I got some stuff to unload here. The magnetite hasn't dropped out. Here's our reinforced springs for our Glacier Creek wash plant. So 2 of them are on. I got 2 more as spares. I expect the other 2 to break at any moment. So let's put that there. Let's see. Is that a full bucket? It is. So that stays. That looks like an empty bucket. That can come out. That's got something in it. I don't know if this is good or bad. I think it's good because it doesn't have a broken down symbol. That is a piston for the dump truck. So let's go ahead and just put that there. Where's the other? There's the other one. And so that's an empty bucket. Did one just roll underneath the truck somewhere? Where did the bucket go? There it is. You can go up here. So a couple things that we're going to do next. These are buttons for the generator. I think I'm going to stop at the store first and get myself another spare tire because you know how that might go. I think I'm going to maybe lease a trailer so I can cut down some trips. We need to stop at the... what's it called here? The machinery building so we can transfer our equipment over to here. And then we're going to stop over and drop off our magnetite. So I think we're good to go here for a while. Generator's up and running. That should run long enough. Alright, so I'll meet you down at the store next. Alright, so we need a tire for the truck. One will do. And then while we're here, what kind of trailers do we have here? I mean, it's only $3,225. So, I mean, do I want to be a cheapskate and lease it, or just go ahead and buy one? I'm just seeing what else they got here. Maybe something I might need in the future, but I don't think so. You know, it's only $3,225. I don't think I can lease one, can I? Alright, either way, we'll add that. It'll cut down on my trips back and forth. And let's go ahead and order that. I was thinking I could lease it like I do at the big machinery shop, but nope. Alright, spare tire for the truck. I mean, you can drive around on 3 wheels and a flat tire. That's all good. It does slow you down a little bit. And it does make steering just a little bit difficult, but not too bad. Am I close enough? Nope. Easy on the reverse. There we go. Lined up-ish. Alright, now for another expensive part, we're going to stop at the machinery shop and start transferring some machinery equipment over to Pine Valley. I mean, we still got 200,000, so it's not that big of a deal, at least I don't think. Shouldn't be. So let's go to transport. Alright, so we need to put Alright, I need to change this first. Old Arnold's. What's on Old Arnold's? Oh, nothing. Pine Valley, Stort. Get that off Rivertown, so I got Rivertown over here. And this needs to be on the Pine Valley. I don't want to transfer like the big power generator because everything's still hooked to it, but the sluice boxes can go over. That can go over. Conveyor belt, which is Frankenstein, I believe. No, maybe not. Sorry, maybe not. The big fuel tank can be transferred over. There's Frankenstein. That needs to be brought over. I'm not selecting things that still have... I got to upgrade machineries on there, so let's go ahead. That's going to cost us some cash. Yeah, front end loader. Can I transfer that over now? Yes, I can. Dump truck. I'm going to leave right now at Rivertown because I may not be using that. All right, let's go ahead and move my machines. Right now, it's only going to cost me $13,550. Those we can move. And the game didn't crash. I probably should have saved it beforehand. Just curious, is this... that's not for sale yet. What else? We got the big excavator. Is the wheel loader on sale? Currently is not. We're in the middle of summer, so the price of these are going to be extremely high. And that's still $800,000, so nothing that we're going to be purchasing currently. All right, let's go get rid of this magnetite and get that into storage, just in case I need some cash. I can always go sell that at the blacksmith. And then what I need to do is go back to Rivertown, start taking off all the electrical cords off everything. I don't want to say I'm pretty sure. I would think I could transport, move all the things that have the power cords to them. And the power cords would just come unattached to the machines back at Rivertown, but I'm not too sure. So I'm going to just go back and take the power cords off before I move everything around. I should have four-wheel drive turned on. There we go. Back on dirt. So I got 2 full buckets, plus I don't remember what was in the other bucket, like 19%, something like that. So far I'm happy. I'm still over 100 grand in the bank account. Nope, parking brake would be good. Let's grab 1 bucket there. Let me put the bucket back there for a second so I don't get them mixed up. And that bucket there. Let's go ahead and dump over magnetite in there. Alright, so I thought it was actually going to have more than that, but it's 12,000, I almost said 12,000 gallons, 12,000 ounces of magnetite. So I don't know, I forgot what magnetite goes for. Don't really remember. But like I said, if I always need a little bit of extra cash, we'll just go to the blacksmith, sell it to him, and we'll get some. Alright, I'm going to go back on to Rivertown. I'll meet you there. We'll start taking some cords off. It's going to look a little different with some of the machinery gone. But I need to get all the power cords and some other things wrapped up. Then we got to stop back, get the rest of the stuff transferred over along with the excavator. And we'll start hooking up some of the wash plant over at Pine Valley. Alright, first thing we need to do is take the cables off the excavator because we're going to need that to set up everything. So let's take the cables off. Like I said, I don't know if I were to have the excavator just brought over, would the cables stay on the excavator? Would the cables just drop here? Would they glitch out and disappear? I have no idea. So I'm going to try to do it. I guess the way you would do it in real life is just take everything apart there. Okay, so there's the cables. So the excavator is ready to go. Already, it does kind of look kind of empty over here with some of the stuff already missing. Looks rather weird. And let's turn the pickup truck off there. Alright, let me run over to... Well, since I'm seeing this, I want to forget that. We'll drop that off. But let's go ahead and just... drop everything... Nope, I said drop everything here. So that should be ready to go. That's all set. So now what I'm going to do is... Where's the power cord for that? So the hose and power cord are off the shaker deck. Where is the power cord? Ooh, am I going to be able to reach those? Can I reach those? Yeah, we'll put those down there. Those are the great covers for our mats on the sluices. Yeah, I think I'm going to break this down, you know, transferring everything over to Pine Valley to 2 episodes. Because I know loading all this stuff will take time. I want to do that off camera because it's just a lot of me running around. Jumping up and down. Rolling up hoses. But I think what we're going to do the rest of today is get the biggest stuff moved over. And hook it all up. And then in between episodes, I'll transfer like all these, the hog pans, all the small stuff over later on. See, I don't need to really disconnect that, but since I'm disconnecting things. Okay, so the power needs to be disconnected off the gravel pumps. So those are ready to be moved over and shipped. The trommel is ready to be moved over and shipped. The shaker deck is ready to move over and shipped. So is the big generator. So it's just a lot of hoses and such. And so is the excavator. Alright, so I'm going to roll up a couple of the hoses and power cords, put them back in the trailer. I want to make some of my trips count here. So I will bring some of this stuff over. And I'll meet you back. I'll just meet you back at Pine Valley. I'm just going to stop back at the big machine shop and have this stuff all transferred. Probably going to cost me a couple grand. Not too bad. But I'll see you over in Pine Valley and we can start hooking some of this stuff up. Again. Back over here at the big machinery store. I think what we're going to do, big electrical, nope, that's Pine Valley. We want this on Pine Valley and this on Rivertown. Let's go ahead and big excavator, generator, reinforced trommel, gravel pump, and that is everything right there for $12,500. Let's go ahead and transfer the machines over. I think what I'm going to do is actually I want to get everything over to Pine Valley. Then we'll hook everything up. We'll go down to Pine Valley. I got most of the electrical cords, some other stuff as well, but I got plenty more to move on over. But we'll take a trip on down to Pine Valley in case you... yeah, let me go ahead and start the engine again. That might be a good thing. Maybe you don't know how to get down there. So I will turn... I don't know if I can turn around here or not. This is going to be terrible. Yep, jackknife. There we go. We're good. Turn around. Alright, yeah, so I want to get everything down there that we can set it up all up. I still got all the mats, the grates. I got some more hoses to bring on over. So, yeah, let's just get everything over down to Pine Valley. Then we'll hook everything up. And we'll be all set to go. So I can't wait to see what our first cleanouts are going to be like over here at Pine Valley. Definitely should be better cleanouts, I think. I mean, it's supposed to. I mean, as we move along on the parcels, the gold is supposed to get better. We have drilled it. I got to look at the map once again to kind of... I think it's like 3 pockets of gold on here, if I remember correctly. So I'm not quite sure how Frankenstein's going to come in on this. I may set up Frankenstein and just use the excavator at first. And then, of course, when I get down close to bedrock, that's when the wheel loader can come in. Because it's much easier just to scrape up the bottom of the barrel, if you will, with the front loader and get all the dirt that you possibly can. And I think what I'm going to do when we set up the wash plant is we're going to put the wash plant in first. and then figure out where I want the generator to go. That way the cords and everything are not going everywhere. But I also want to make it kind of look kind of cleaned up around there. I mean, Rivertown wasn't that bad. It was kind of confined, but it looked kind of messy with all the wires and everything going. I mean, you can't avoid it. You got to do what you got to do. But hopefully we looks like we got more room over here as well. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that goes. This trailer is going to come in handy. I think it's going to cut down on the trips. And I'm not sure if I'm ever going to unlock the fast travel points. I like driving around on the map, although sometimes it does get annoying with these loading screens that you got to do. Although my loading times are not that bad. I've heard people have had to wait a minute or 2 minutes for the screens to load up. But I guess if you're playing on PC, it all depends on what kind of PC that you're running. As for console players, I'm not sure. I have heard stories that they take quite a while to load, but yeah, you can't avoid that on PC or console. That's just part of the way it does it. Alright, so then you take a right-hand turn here. And I forgot to turn on all-wheel drive. But we've been surviving quite well out here, getting along. And probably this day, this in-game day, I probably won't do any mining at all. I'll probably just, once we do get set up, you know, it might be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when we get all set up. And I think I might skip the day because I want to see if I can get another worker, if possible. Oh, that reminds me, I got to get workers moved over to here as well. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and park this like right over here. So I saw our big equipment. So it's just strewed about everywhere. Water should be going up. Actually, we're already up to 15,000 gallons of water in there, so that's piling up nicely. That's kind of interesting, but that's actually upside down. So I'll have to get that straightened away. But looks like everything is here. And I should mention, I did transport a couple things over without taking the plugs out. So I kind of forgot, like I didn't take the plug off this. Yeah, the cords were just laying there. So yeah, you can transport things without unplugging them. So if you're doing a move, don't worry about unplugging your electrical cords and hoses. Looks like they just disconnected overall. So our excavator's here, that's the main thing. And of course our wash plant is going over here. And it's going to be kind of, I don't want to say backwards. I mean, it's not really, can I say backwards? Is it going to be backwards? Hard to say, but this is where we'll be loading in the dirt. Conveyor belt's going to go here. The wash plant looks like it goes here. Trommel goes there. Gravel pumps will be down here. Right here. So I mean, you can kind of see the way the setup is going to be. And like I said, let's take a quick look at the Pine Valley map. So if we go to gold map, parcel number 3. Yeah, so we got a lot of gray areas. So it looks like the first place, I don't know, should I start digging in the back and work my way forwards? Because if I dig a hole here, then I got to work myself a way around the hole. But I think I may just start here, make it simple, just get some gold going. And then with a wheel loader, I can always make a path down to here. I wonder how many Frankensteins it'll take to go from, you know, piling dirt into a Frankenstein here. I mean, 1, 2, I may need like 3 of them to do that. That could get kind of expensive, but the gold's coming in, and yeah, you can see it's back here. It looks like it's pretty rich right in this general area right here. Let me just go ahead and toggle that square here and that square here. Just kind of get a rough idea how big of an area we're talking about for the first dig. May not be too deep here either. Actually, it's a lot closer than I thought it was, so you can kind of see the squares. So this will be the first general spot right here. Yeah, Frankenstein may have a hard time just reaching from here on over, but I think it'll work. I think it will. I don't know how we're going to do it just yet, but we shall see. But next episode is setting everything up, getting our workers over here. Let me just double check on the workers, because I keep checking, because every time I load into the game, it says, oh yeah, workers will contact you every once or twice a day. And it's like, my generator is on the side. I I'm not too happy with the crew that brought my equipment over. The generator is on its side as well. Let's go with the tent. The one thing I probably should do, because I haven't done it yet, is let's go ahead and save the game. Because sometimes when I get on this screen here, sometimes it locks up for a second and it scares me. If I go to workers, yeah, no new workers. They're all assigned here, about to move them all over to the parcel over to here. Let's go ahead and shut down. So I could unlock the machinery store here for $20,000. That seems expensive. I don't need a $10,000 notification on breakdowns. I tend to know that. And transportation, I could actually unlock it for $5,000, but since we just transported everything over here, we are good to go. Almost good to go. But in between episodes, I'm going to go back over to Rivertown. I got to unload all this stuff up. I got to unload all this stuff. Go back. Gather everything. I'm going to get everything over here. All my spare parts. All the equipment that we need. And next episode, we can get started right away. Start hooking this stuff up. And I don't know if we'll get digging next episode. We'll have to wait and see how long it takes me to set this up. It should be... Looks like it's more simple over here. It's more... The terrain seems to be more easy to maneuver around. But I got things like my generator on its side. How lovely is that? So that should be fun. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Gold Rush in Haines, Alaska. But until then, have a good one.